I want to now transition to the close relationship that you have together as husband and wife. And I would love to kind of have you take me to the day where one of you said to the other person, "I love you." And the question is, who said it first?
I think I did.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah.
First proposed to her, which was about, I think, a couple of months after we had first met, and we were in between France and Switzerland. This is 1985, and we were on the lake. I was rowing in a simple small rowboat, and she was sitting in there. And at that point, I said, I think you're the one. And I don't remember exactly what the words I used.
It was something, that you have, that you're serious and you really care for me, and this is not casual for you. And then I got really nervous and scared.
What did you say?
We just met.
What did you say? Do you remember?
I don't think I said much. I was just like kind of freaked out a little bit. I mean, he's my family prior to me meeting him personally, obviously had always been very much monarchist. We always had his pictures and his family's pictures in my home. And then when he would do his interviews or talks on either Iranian TV or any other media, we were always running to watch or listen. So I had that whole thing in my head before ever meeting him. And then meeting him, and I was still kind of getting used to all the stuff that came with him. I think we really had to go to the middle of the lake in a canoe to be alone for 10 minutes, because otherwise we were constantly always surrounded by my family or his family or security guards. There never was time to just relax and just be us. So it was kind of scary.
That's beautiful.
That dating scene between Robin Williams in the movie Good Morning Vietnam when he's walking with his friend and the whole family is chasing him.
That's such a beautiful moment to kind of reminisce on, especially because normally in these situations of monarchy and royalty, they don't have this love affair, the dating and this romanticism. And so I'm so happy for the two of you that you were able to at least have that sense of normalcy of love and just share this memory. So I appreciate you taking us back to that beautiful day on a canoe. And really what leads next to or leads after this part, a little fast forward, of course, is the big wedding day. And I've been a part of over 1,000 weddings doing what we do as an entertainment company. So when I thought about, talking to you, I was like, man, I have to include an element of weddings. And if both of you may recall, Hasti and Arsalan's wedding at Fisher's Island, we were here together, and I still remember Shahzad that you came a couple times, requested Bandari music and Sandy, and that was a great moment. That was back when I was DJing actually, so I reminisce on those moments. So speaking of wedding, Yasmine, man, I would love to know, considering that every woman or every girl dreams to have a fairy tale wedding and have that princess outfit, you literally live that dream. And when you look back to your wedding day, what is the most memorable moment of your wedding day that you could share with us?
Well, just to give you some background, it was a pretty tense time. It was during the Iran-Iraq War. So we weren't really that much in a celebratory mood overall as a family. And so, it really was a very small gathering of people. In fact, we really only invited the elders of the family and one or two cousins because we really felt that maybe, that it wasn't the right time to have a big party and a celebration.
It was about 60, 65 people maybe.
Yeah. But I personally, for me, it was now I look back upon it, and it was an incredible day because for the first time, many of his aunts and uncles, it was the first time that I actually got to meet them. And, I just was like so nervous about how to greet them and what they would think of me and all of that. And of course, they were all very lovely. And I'm so happy that I entered the family as young as I did, because I got the chance to meet almost everyone except his father. And so many of those members of the family are now deceased. And I have really fond memories of that night. And it was just, I don't know if it was princess-like, but it was very warm and beautiful, really. We didn't take hardly any pictures because there was worry about anything getting out.
Sure.
But memories are beautiful.
So Shahzad, well, I mean, with the position that you were in, you inevitably had the choice of anybody that you could choose as a partner for life. And I would love for you to let me know what trait in particular about your wife was it that you knew that she is the one for me and she's the one that I want to grow a family with?
Well, I think a combination of being smart and quite mature for her age and very unpretentious is the first aspect that says, well, interest, confidence. Anyway, she came across as very natural, normal, down to earth, and unimpressed by anything in particular, which is the story you should tell about when we first met at the airport.
I made a bad impression, not bad, but a funny impression. Not on purpose, but when we met at the airport, I didn't realize I usually wear glasses, used to wear glasses, and I was unaware of all the people that were waiting for me. It was all by chance that he'd arrived at the airport same time as me.
We had mutual friends that were picking us up at the same time from Dulles Airport.
So
that's how we first met, at the airport.
Right.
Yeah, I was just getting my luggage and kind of strolling around and not realizing that he was waiting on me. And it just took my time, I think, getting there. And honestly, until I got right up to his face, I didn't realize who was standing there. And then he took that as me being very nonchalant about the whole situation. And I didn't seem nervous at all. Well, I got nervous after I got this close, but I didn't know what was happening from afar. So I think that started us off on a funny little note, and
which made it unique. Exactly, that was the point. It was very unique. I said, okay.
I've noticed in the few occasions that we've hung out in person, there's a true love and respect between the two of you, and also there's like a youthfulness between the two of you, like literally just teenagers in love and just kind of like being fun and themselves around each other. And I actually am a product of my parents having been married for 60 years, knock on wood, and 56 years together as a married couple. And recently I did the Hushman episode, Unfiltered, and where I asked them, very personal questions about everything. And I asked them what they believe are the keys to a happy marriage, and they gave their answers. Before I share what they said, I would love for you to share with me what you believe based on what has worked for you. What are one or two keys to marriage, a happy marriage, excuse me?
I think first of all, it's sort of, I don't like it when people really build up their relationships as being something so perfect. And, the word happy is, very subjective.
True.
And, so I really, first of all, maybe it's a little bit superstitious too. I just don't know if we necessarily, are the shining example of everything out there that people should be impressed by. But I think one of the reasons we've lasted this long is because I really, really respect him. I just really have never known anyone with so much integrity, anyone who's so honest, who's so himself. He has no guile. He's just such a, in my opinion, has such a beautiful heart and soul, and everything is so sincere and genuine about him. And so that lasts, that feeling probably lasts longer than that euphoria of love and lust and, the crushing on someone and, all that stuff. So I think the number one cause of, I think, our getting along the way we do is I really like him as a person. And I don't want to put my head next to anyone else. I don't want anyone else's head next to my pillow than his. You know, I just trust him implicitly.
I love that. Shahzada, could you also give your take?
But it's obviously reciprocal, and the word trust is fundamental here because, you know, there's very, very few instances in life that you could say who it is that I can unquestionably trust and be a pillar and be tekegah, as we say. We support each other and we're there for each other, even if there was nobody else in the world who would hold our hand. And that makes it a very special, unique, irreplaceable relationship that you can't have with any other human being except for your spouse. And of course, as the years goes by, it becomes deeper, that sense of the intimacy, that sense of acceptance of many things, that sometimes you have frictions or disagreements or different tastes, but that's okay. I mean, we to use that famous cliche line, we complete each other. You complete me. and so
That's beautiful.
it's true. I mean, I would be so lonely without her.
Awesome, people. I appreciate you watching this segment. To watch the full video, which you should, please click up here. And then if you want to join our text community, the number is right about here. And even though you don't need no reminders and you've heard it 1 billion times, if you like the video, subscribe, hit the little ring of ding-a-ding-ding bell so you can be notified for our next video. Thank you so much and appreciate you watching. Awesome, people.